Hey guys, how's it going? It's Dan Coney here and welcome back to Overwatch. So, bit of Overwatch news time, right? Now, first bit of news I want to cover because there's three things this video, so maybe I can spit it out properly. Overwatch Twitter lit up again because initiating archive declassification, mission files unlock April 10th. Overwatch mission archives. Uprising 2.0, in other words. It's now called Overwatch Archives. We knew this because on the PTR there has been an update, and the loot boxes, you know it says available in Uprising loot boxes on live servers. If you go over the Cadet Oxton skin or something, it now says available in Archives loot boxes. So this time it's not going to be called Uprising, it's going to be called Archives. And this, I presume, is an effort to say every time it comes back you can access the previous one, so Overwatch like you being able to play the previous year's event. Same with Junkenstein's event, you could play the previous year's or you can play this year's, which was like, you can play Widow in it and stuff like that. This time, obviously, we've got file 00382, King's Row Uprising, entered into record 7 years ago, security clearance, confidential. That's coming back, basically. King's Row Uprising is coming back. We kind of expected that, right? Something someone did actually point out, and I thought this was pretty clever, they screenshotted it. There is a glitch in the video, and I don't know whether it was there last year, because this was the event that I missed last year. I came in last year at the anniversary, which will be the event after this. And it says, Overwatch Mission Archives, file 00274. Entered into record 8 years ago. Security clearance classified. Now, is this the different different PvE we're getting? Different thing we're getting here. Because you can couple this, right? I was thinking, well, it's entered into record 8 years ago. It's a year on from last Uprising. It could just be the same thing with just a bit of a glitch in it, right? But the file number's different. 00274. Not 00382. So this is a completely different file. But if you think about it, some people are saying, wow, this was a year before Uprising. Actually, it's not. Because Uprising previously was a year ago. It depends how you look at it, because it's still saying 7 years ago in the tweet they did to promote the King's Row Uprising. I don't know what it said last year. I should probably check that out, right? But if it said 6 years ago, then this 8 years ago is a different file, and we know it's a different file because it's a different number. So this could be what we're looking at on top of the King's Row Uprising. Now, what could this be? Could be any manner of things. There's so much the devs could go on in terms of previous Overwatch missions. We haven't had much in terms of lore. I speculated weeks ago about a Talon Uprising event, a Talon mission. I expected next hero to be a tank. It wasn't. It was Brigitte. So that kind of throws that out of the window. It still could be a Talon Uprising sort of thing, because you've got Moira, McCree, Genji, and Reaper. Reyes, whatever you want to say. So you could have those four. Some people have been speculating it could be Overwatch versus Blackwatch. Basically, Blackwatch kind of became Talon anyway, considering McCree, considering Moira, considering Reyes, which became Reaper. Or it could just be another mission. Now, there was a mission teased in the Brigitte launch with Torbjorn and Anna and Reinhardt in Egypt, I believe it was. Was it Egypt? I think it was. That could be the mission. I'm not sure whether it's going to be now, considering. Because, on the PTR, there's been a bit of a glitch. And the whole of last defense spawn of Gibraltar has glitched out and is missing. The assets in the room are there, but the actual room isn't. So, I think your most likely Uprising event right now is some sort of mission on Gibraltar. Don't know what it's going to be, and it might not be Gibraltar at all. It might just be some sort of coding problem, but it's very rare to get that unless something's changed with that map. You know, it would be really weird for it just suddenly to bug out if nothing's been changed, right? Or nothing's coming up to adjust it. So, this could mean perhaps Winston. We know that's where Winston's based. Could mean Winston in the Uprising. Or the Archives event. But, again, could it be a new thing? Because Winston initiates the recall in Gibraltar. So it could be something different. But, that's a speculation on that. Archives/Uprising is returning April 10th. Which is about a week and a half away. About a week and a half away. Got about 10 days to wait. And it's just after the league starts up again. Which is... We're going to move on to some pro right now. Not necessarily league, but pro. Overwatch Path to Pro begins here. Sign up for your Season 2 of Open Division, which feeds into the Contenders Trials, which feeds into Overwatch Contenders, which, if you get noticed, feeds into the Overwatch League. So, if you want to become a pro, you think you're really good, you've got a team to put together, there's no restrictions on this. You don't have to be GM. You don't have to be top 500. You can be bronze. You can put a team together and try out. You know, if anything, you're going to become better at the game because you're going to be playing against really good teams. So, if you want to be part of Open Division Season 2, sign up now. It's on the Overwatch Path to Pro Twitter. Last bit of Pro Overwatch. Overwatch World Cup 2018. Yes, the World Cup's back. March through April, we're going to have country qualification. Now, what does country qualification mean? Through to the end of Season 9, which is about 27 days when you're watching this, they'll be tracking the average skill rating of each country's top 150 players. Each country's progress can be tracked on the Overwatch World Cup website. The top 20 countries at the end of this period will be invited to compete in the 2018 World Cup. The group stage host countries will be France, South Korea, Thailand, and the United States. They will automatically qualify for the tournament, and it will result in 24 teams. If a host country makes the top 20 through average SR, then the 21st ranked country will take their spot, and so on. I'm just reading straight from Overwatch League's website. Then you've got committee creation phase 1 and 2 in May. You have the player tryouts in June, July. You have the group stages in August, October. And then you have the top 8 in November, most likely at BlizzCon. In that lovely, big studio. That was lovely last year. I loved watching that. And hopefully we get to see the same level. And hopefully this year it should be even more competitive than it was last year. Because we saw the US drive South Korea very, very close in their game. Okay, it wasn't so close between South Korea and Canada, but it was closer than it was in 2016. And now with the Overwatch League, you've got these players like Jake for the USA, Fact Fiction, who's now playing for Houston, Sinatra, who's playing for Shock. They can learn a bit more off these Korean players because they're playing against Seoul and NYXL and London Spitfire, which is basically the Korean team. Mostly Seoul, and then a tiny bit of NYXL added in, and then maybe, depending on how it works out, a bit of London added in. We'll see who wins the Overwatch League first. But that's going to be that. We'll see, because I'm hoping it's going to be close. Someone needs to dethrone South Korea, right? Who's going to be the closest to dethroning South Korea? Who knows? Who knows? I think it possibly could be the USA. France, no. The UK looked incredibly good in the qualifiers, the group stages last year, and then as soon as the Mercy meta came in and they couldn't play their full-out dive, they fell apart. I hope that doesn't happen this year. Come on, boys. We don't want to be having another year like that. Hopefully we can get through the qualifying rounds anyway. But the Overwatch World Cup is back for another year, as we kind of expected it to be. And you can go straight from the Overwatch League, because you'll have the kind of like celebration week in August. I don't really know what it is. It's like fun week in it. In August, and then you can go straight into the qualifiers, the group stages for the Overwatch World Cup. And then the month after, the October, you have November where you have the Overwatch World Cup. And then you have a month's gap. Well, actually you have pre-season for the Overwatch League. End of December. And then we're back into Overwatch League again. So you're always full of Overwatch competitive pro esports. But that's going to be it for this one, I think. I don't think there's any other news to really discuss. And I can't wait until well, I could call it Uprising. I can't wait till Archives. I can't wait till the Archives event. I currently with Overwatch at the moment, I need an event. it's so... Let's not talk about competitive. Yes, he can avoid his teammate. It's not going to solve the problem. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. See you then.